What's up? What's up? Hey, how are you? Hey, this is Jay Moore, your healthy accountant, and I'm coming to you on Facebook. And it's another excellent day. It's another beautiful day. I think yesterday we had I'm talking about it was almost 70 degrees. It's February. Man, we're probably gonna have an early spring. I'm excited. Aren't you excited? Man, I want to welcome you today to this enlightenment program. And man, I'm just thoroughly excited that you decided to stop by, check us out, and hear what it is that this program is talking about. And so today, our topic is climbing the mountain, right? Climbing the mountain. Have you ever climbed a mountain, or have you ever seen someone climb a mountain? I think about a month ago, I was on YouTube and I purchased a documentary. I'm trying to remember the name. I can't remember the name of the documentary, but it was about a gentleman who climbed one of the, I'm talking about most challenging rocks or mount. I mean, it's not really a mount. I guess it's kind of a mountain. But he's a rock climber, and so he's the kind of person that climbs in all sorts of places. He's been climbing since he was a little kid. Like literally, I can't remember his name or the name of the documentary. It was excellent documentary. Hopefully, I'll be able to remember and come back and share what it is. But I watched this documentary of how he went through many years. I'm talking about this man was the best in the world at climbing, but he didn't get enough of just climbing the same mountains. He would then climb the ones that no one else would climb. And he decided to climb this one rock or mountain, whatever it is. And what he did, I'm talking about, it took him years to figure out exactly how to climb this mountain. I'm talking about he was into it from, studying, what angle. I mean, many angles, because this particular no one had ever climbed it. It was an impossible climb. Everyone said that it couldn't be done. And here it is. He's planning to do it. You know, he was married to a woman who was also a climber. And unfortunately, they didn't wind up lasting because of some other things that happened in their relationship. And so he's just gung ho. So they were doing everything together. And she left. He didn't have anybody else to do it with. He's calling around trying to get other people, at least one other person to work with him. And everybody said, "You crazy, man. There's no way I'm going to climb that mountain." And so he finally got a hold of this one guy who didn't really have a lot of experience climbing to the level that he climbed, but this guy could climb, say, 30 feet or something like that. Very, not like him, but he was good at what he did. But he got this guy to say yes to work with him. And so they went on this journey to climb this particular mountain. And it's funny how you can decide to do something, say, let's document the journey. And they documented just about every step of the way. And I think it took like 6 years for them to get to the point where they were ready to climb this mountain. I mean, 6 years to do it. I mean, they practiced and they did many angles and they tried different techniques, but they never climbed up the angle that they were going to climb. They had only climbed other angles. So imagine you've done something or haven't done something. Now you've done many other things, but you haven't done this particular thing. And then you're trying to do it. And after 6 years, they decided to do it. I'm talking about they made the announcements and the crews, the camera crews are there and the news got wind of it. And I'm talking about it was big news. I think it may have taken them, 20 something days. Now at the end, obviously they climbed this mountain, but I'm gonna tell you, it was drama. I mean, it was serious drama of of climbing. That it's like one guy, the guy that wasn't the natural climber. He wasn't. able to make a particular climb for like days, and but the thing was, the other, the main guy would keep going, and they would keep going, but then he got to the point where he was almost finished, and he said, I'm going back for my friend. And so he went back and he waited many days. I think it was like 3 or 4 days. The guy was trying to make this one climb, and it was like, man, if he makes this climb, he could probably make it through. And it was really, I'm talking about, it was a testimony of will, of hard work, of planning, of not allowing anything to get in your way. And it brought a song to my thought, and it's a song sang by a gentleman named Whitley Phipps, and it's called "I'm Climbing Up the Rough Side of the Mountain." And what this song says is, I'm climbing up the rough side of the mountain, climbing up to Zion to see my Lord. I'm climbing up the rough side of the mountain, climbing up to Zion to see my Lord. Now, just think about these words, right? When you're doing something in your life and it doesn't seem like you're going to make it through, I'm telling you, I'm going through that right now. That's probably why I'm talking about this. Where you're going up the rough side of the mountain. You're not going up the side of the mountain as easy. I'm going up the rough side of the mountain. And I'm looking up and I'm saying, man, it doesn't look like, or it really looks like it's going to be very hard for me to make it up this mountain. But the song says, I'm climbing up the rough side of the mountain, climbing up to Zion to see my Lord. So at the end of the day, if I were to keep my eyes stayed fixed on my maker, my Lord, my Savior, and continue to focus in on, he's calling me up. He says, look, I can see what you can't. Come on up. Keep pushing. Yes, you can do it. He's given me the inspiration. He's given me the thought that, man, I can do it. But I'm gonna tell you, sometimes when you're going up this mountain, you slip and then you fall back down to that place where you was like, man, I was already here. Man, I've already done this part of the mountain, and now I'm back down here again. See, now luckily for that person, when you're going up and you come down, you didn't fall all the way down. But what if you did fall all the way down? Donnie McClurkin has a song that says, we fall down, but we get up. And so you got to fall down and get up. But this mountain, see, this mountain is the mountain that, look, I have one, you have one. Now, the question is, are you going up the easy side? Or are you going up the rough side? See, I'm going up this rough side, and I want to challenge every person that decides to listen to this, every person that's out there. I want to challenge you to go up the rough side of the mountain. Don't go up the side of the mountain that's easy. See, you want to go up the rough side of the mountain, because when you go up the rough side and you keep your eye fixed, look, you got to keep your eye fixed on him. Keep your eye fixed on him. He's going to bring you up. Now, you may have some trials, some tribulations. You may fall down and things may not work out, to the level that you want them to, but that's okay. Keep going up this rough side of the mountain. I was looking at a text, and the text is in Proverbs, trying to figure out where it is. And what this text said, all right, what the text said is, a wise son harvests the crops when they're ready, but he who vacations during the harvest is a disgrace to the father. So have you ever taken days off when you should have been working? Have you ever decided that, you know what, I'm not going to go up the rough side. I'm going to go up the easy side. See, at the end of the day, when you're going up that easy side, what's happening is your mind is keeping you in safety. you're not challenging yourself anymore. You're not allowing those miracles to happen in your life. See, we all have to be living testimonies. We all have to be something that when someone looks at us, they say, "Man, I don't, Jay, Jay, how did that happen for you?" And I can say, "Man, it wasn't me. It wasn't me that allowed me to do 1,000 push-ups in every day, or it wasn't me that allowed me to turn back the clock and I feel like I'm 28 again. And no, it wasn't me that allowed me to grow my business and help people all over the world. It wasn't me that did any of it. Not at all. It wasn't me. See, I'm a vessel. And what I did is I planted my flag. I planted my flag in on the vine, on that vine that sustained me. And this vine is enabling me to do things that, man, it's like miracles. But when I go up the easy side of the mountain, oh man, then I'm not going to give him a lot to work with. He's just like, man, you're missing that big thing that I've got set for you in your life. So when you climb that mountain today, you're up your mountain. You've got your own mountain. Your mountain's different from mine, and how things are going to work out for you are going to be very different. But I want you to take a look at the mountain that you're climbing today. Take a look at the mountain and ask yourself a question. Say, hey, mountain, is this the easy road, or is there a road that's a little bit less traveled, that's a little bit harder? And one day, when you make that shift, or today you can make this shift, right? You make the shift to the rough side, and then you start on one rough side. What'll happen is you'll keep progressing into another rough patch. See, that's the good part. See, that's called growth. The more you grow, the more you will be able to testify of what has happened in your life. That is, I think that's everyone's mission. That's all of our mission, is for someone else to see the manifestation of what happened in your life, the roughness that you went through. They could say, man, I can't believe that you're this. And then you say, well, you know what? You can do it too. Let me show you how. Man, I study this word here. Man, I put all of my trust in him. I put all of my faith in him. I don't allow any worry in my life. I don't allow anything in that's going to take me away from what he's ultimately got for me. And so today, as you're on your mountain, when you look left and you look right, I want you to take a look at your mountain and say, hey, is this the rough side, or is this the easy side? You can choose whichever way you want to go. You can go easy, and I don't think there's anything wrong with going easy. But if you choose the rough side, then the reward of going to the rough side is going to be that much bigger. Just imagine the reward that you're going to get. May not be money. It may not be fame. It may not be, a lot of things, but I know that it's going to be so fulfilling when you're able to show someone else, when you're able to, to allow your life to speak to other people in such a way that they say, man, you know what? I like what you're doing. Can you give me some pointers? Can you show me exactly, where I can find those messages in the word? Or, can you teach me? See, that's what we want. We want to be able to teach others how to live that life of purpose, how to live the life filled with joy and happiness, how to live the life, that's filled with long suffering, how to live the life filled with nothing but love for our fellow man. So are you climbing the mountain on the easy side? Or are you climbing the mountain on the rough side? That's your question. Answer it. God bless you today. My name is Jay Moore, your healthy accountant, and I look forward to seeing you back here, tomorrow or in days to come. Thanks, Ed, for checking in with me today, man. I appreciate you. The harder the test, the better the growth. Absolutely, man. And, get on that mountain and allow the growth to happen in your life. God bless you. Take care.